Welcome to the Welcome to the Doof Troop podcast. Today, as you can see, we have a different format due to the fact that the studio has been taken for a good 2 months. So we will be going in different locations here and there. I am your host, Mr. Derek. Today, I am joined by my two co-hosts, Mr. Austin.
That's me.
And Mr. Caesar.
Hola.
So, guys, why don't we make it... It's going to be kind of interesting because we only have two microphones at the time, this moment in time. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to have to switch out microphones here and there, and I will be the centerpiece, just a piece of meat in the middle to hold the microphones. So, gentlemen, where do I start? This is where we're going to go. What I'm going to say is I almost vomited at the dentist today when I got my teeth cleaned because I took like a 30-minute nap. Then before that, I had like maybe 4 tortillas with Cholula. Just Cholula, because I love Cholula and tortillas, especially the soft ones, the Mission ones. That's what I had. And I went to sleep, and I woke up 10 minutes before my appointment, so I had to rush to get out of the house. And I got there, and I'm like, I'm gonna vomit, and they're gonna clean my teeth today. It's not a good idea to be doing this. So I was thinking, I was sitting in the waiting room. I got there in time. I'm sitting in the waiting room and go, maybe I should get up and go get some Tums. So it's surprisingly, I get up, and as I got up to stand up, the woman comes, Derek. I'm like, oh, yep, that's me. I'm like, oh shit, fuck my life. So I was like, well, can't go back now. Being the awkward guy that I am, I decided, okay, let me just go through this and maybe I can sit through it. So I'm sitting in the chair. They put the thing, we're going to do some x-rays. Okay. Sit in the chair and she lifts me up and I'm like, oh God, I'm going to vomit. Because I'm sitting in the chair, you're laying there, and you just go, and I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, this is bad. I'm going to vom. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, can I just burp, fart, toot, do something? Some kind of get this gas out of my pores. I don't know what it needs to be done. I'm going to throw up if they do anything. And all it needed to do was I just needed to talk because no one was talking to me. They just was kind of just leaving me there like a piece of meat as I am now. And
I know the feeling.
so then I decided once they cleaned my teeth and stuff like that, I was good. And I jumped into the car after. And even though I just got like everything scraped, I just took like 10 Tums, just popped them all in. Probably ruined my teeth again. I probably should have gone back in and be like, can you re-clean, please? Because I just fucking just demolished them with Tums. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Today is going to be our interesting 420 episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through different stories here and there. So how about we start with Austin, and then after Austin we'll go with Caesar. For that one, what was your first experience with the weeds, huh?
It wasn't that exciting. Just don't expect much.
No?
No.
Okay.
It was at a Halloween party. This is like long.
General.
This is a long time ago. I don't remember.
Probably a lot of tight pants.
No, I don't remember. Which is to do with the story. We had after I well, I don't know how to explain it. Really?
You're probably high. Definitely.
Yeah,
I'd understand.
No, exactly. But all I remember from after smoking was standing by the food table they had set out.
Okay. It's like fingers food, sandwiches.
Yeah.
Salami.
They had
olives.
Special brownies next to the regular brownies. But I didn't smoke. That had nothing to do with anything. But it was there. But they had a full tray of chicken tenders just sitting there. No one touched them. They were like cold. And I just stood next to it and just kept eating them. They ate the whole tray.
Were they fried?
At one point. They weren't.
So they were
raw.
unfried.
They were deep fried like chicken tenders.
Okay, KFC.
Yeah. But they've been sitting out for hours. They weren't hot anymore. They were just like room temperature. And they ate the whole tray.
Nice.
Like a good 20 plus chicken tenders.
Jesus.
That's all that happened.
Did you lay out any eggs after that? Jesus Christ. I've
no
met so many
eggs.
chickens like that.
It's a lot of shit.
Brown eggs.
Yeah, brown eggs.
So really.
That's all that happened. Nothing else special happened.
And now what do you do now? You smoke on the regular, or you smoke like every once in a while? What you do, dude? You a green man?
I haven't stopped. I can't stop. It's a real problem.
Yeah, I noticed.
Nah. Every once in a while.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that actually this podcast, said it was going to be the 420 podcast. It was actually an intervention. We just wanted to talk to you about your issue. You spoke too much, man. We needed Caesar and I. Caesar just met you like a few months ago, and he already sees the issues, man. We're just here to kind of sit you down and let you know. Okay, Wayne's World. Let's jump on over to Mr. Caesar here. Here, we'll do this.
Even better.
Boom. Okay, Mr. Caesar. Let's see. Let's hear your first encounter with the weeds.
Mine was super anticlimactic.
Jesus.
I managed to not touch weed throughout all of high school. It wasn't until
It touched you.
yeah, it touched me. Yeah. No, the first time I tried it, it wasn't even. I didn't even smoke it. I had an edible, and it was. I was working as a camp counselor at a Boy Scout camp, and one of my friends, she brought some edibles down from her school. She was going to UC Santa Cruz, so she brought down some edibles from up there up north, and so they said, okay, it's your first time, take half the edible. I'm like, okay, cool, makes sense. I've heard the whole thing, like it takes a while to hit. Waited about 45 minutes. I was like, nothing, and we were drinking too, and I wasn't feeling
good combination.
anything. I wasn't feeling anything at all. I was feeling warm from the alcohol, but not even like a nice buzz. I was just kind of disappointed. So like, oh, okay, go ahead and take the other half of the cookie. So like, okay, cool. Ate it, nothing. My two friends that I was enjoying myself with, they got pretty
Fucked
toasted.
up.
Yeah, they're pretty toasted, dude. They're like, one of them passed out. The other one was like, we were sitting on a porch of our cabin up at the camp, and dude, he was like grounded. He could not move whatsoever.
Really?
He had trouble talking. He's like, his mouth
So-
part weighed so much.
Camp counselor were in the woods?
Yeah.
So he
we're-
became a tree.
Yeah, dude.
That's
he
what
planted
happened to
his
all
roots
camp
deep,
counselors
deep.
every time.
Exactly.
That's why some of them don't come back.
Yeah, so that was my first time with the marijuana, but it was kind of a letdown. So
How are you? I meant to ask you. How are you when you are high? Like how?
I didn't feel high at all. I felt pretty calm.
Were your nipples hard?
No. But
It's pretty weak.
I don't know. Maybe I was high. I just didn't really think of it too much. Because I mean, when I get drunk, I'm pretty mellow, pretty chill. A lot of my friends don't like that.
The nipples are hard when you're drunk.
No, only when I'm sober. So right now they're kind of,
Kind of
at
noticed
attention. Yeah. Anyways, so, but yeah. So yeah. I don't know. It didn't do anything for me.
Just a regular cookie.
No, well, if it was a really crappy tasting cookie because it didn't taste that good at all.
that. Was it a Lenny and Larry's? Vegan?
Oh god, those are fucking terrible.
I hate those every time. Whoa. Yeah, dude, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Jesus, they haven't had any other encounters?
With that same friend, she had a pool party, and so it was a few of us at her house, and yeah, I smoked in a little pipe, but even then did nothing for me.
Pool party.
Yeah, it was a pool party.
So everything was hard there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hard not to be.
But yeah, no, so I've been. Other than that, those are the only two times I tried weed.
Try treat?
Yeah, just those two times. But what I've noticed, because when I was working as a security guard at a venue, we would have our reggae nights, and it would fill up with smoke really, really quick. Dude, I would get massive migraines from the smoke, from the contact high. The show would start, say, 7 o'clock. Smoke fills up around 7:30. I would have a migraine from 7:30 to about 3 in the morning when I got off of work. So, yeah, I'm not super keen on smoking, but as long as it's done in moderation around me, and as long as I'm not stuck in a room filled with the smoke for hours and hours at a time, I'm good. But I mean, if it's like a few people smoking in the room, that's fine. If it's 400 or 500 people smoking in the room, yeah, it's a bit much for me.
Yeah, it's like living in L.A. You
Exactly.
seen L.A. and on top
Oh,
of a
dude, all that
mountain?
smog, yeah,
It's pretty bad.
it is pretty bad.
I have a headache just living here. That's just because gas prices. That
Oh,
has nothing to
dude,
do
it's
with the
so bad
smog.
right now.
But
It's going up. There's one gas station in LA. It's about like $5 right now a gallon. It's insane.
it's about 4 over here.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to troll us by making it 420 by the time it is 420.
Oh, dude, I know.
It's already at
all
4.
gas stations will be 420 this Saturday.
Chevron's already 415. Just add another 5 cents, bitch. I'm already there, motherfuckers. People go there. You know what I did on 420? Bought gas. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. What the fuck is wrong with you?
For real. So what about you? What was your first experience?
Well, mine's a little bit more on the sad side.
Oh,
so
no.
I figured I'd let you guys lighten the mood a little bit while I went to the sad portion. But then it ends up with a good thing. So my first encounter with reefer was back in 2011. My uncle, who is a year older than me, so he doesn't like when I call him my uncle, but he's my uncle, and my cousin were hardcore into smoking weed all the time. This is back in 2011, so I was about maybe like 16 years old, something like that, 16, 17. So what happened is that I started to smoke because I got my heart broken.
Sorry.
My
You just cut me off, guys.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's okay. No, I was 16 at the time. It was with the girl I lost my virginity to. You know, when you're at that age too, it's like, you know, this just to go like into context with that girl. She was my first. I lost my virginity to her. I quit football for her. I skipped class for her. I did all this shit for her just to be with her. And, you know, when you're at that age, you know, love is like, you think it's like the first and last thing you're ever going to see in your entire life. Not understanding that, you know, the walls that are surrounding you in the high school is, there's a bigger world out there. So, so I was heartbroken when I found out. So my uncle says, "You ever smoked weed before?" I'm like, "No, but fuck it. Let's fucking do it." So that's what we did. He picked up some weed. We drove into like a vacant parking lot. We just started smoking. And that was when I realized I am an asshole. Big time asshole when I smoke.
Already.
I think I'm saying just in general.
Well, that
Yeah.
too, but I censor myself. When I
A
have
different kind of asshole.
when I smoke, I have no censor. So I'm walking, and we went to the mall for some reason. I don't know why. I was just so high, and I walked by this girl, and she bumped me a little bit, and I go, "Fucking cunt, bitch." And my uncle and my cousin were just cracking up, like it was hilarious. And I opened the door for somebody. He didn't say thank you, so I said, "You're welcome, bitch." It's like he didn't say anything, but he just kept. And I just was an asshole, and it's like nothing was stopping me. It's like I was looking for a fight. I was looking for someone to fight me because I was heartbroken. So then a few times after that, I had smoked a little bit more, and then I started getting to edibles. So into this flash forward into the last time I did any type of weed at all. It was an edible, and my buddy messaged me at the time. He said, "Hey man, I want to cook some brownies. Can I come at your house?" "Sure, dude. Yeah, fucking come on over. Let's make that shit. Hell yeah, fuck it." So my dad's not gonna be home for another 5 hours. Fuck it. Him and his cousin come over, and he starts making them. And he goes, "I don't know how much I put in this. I just put a lot of weed." I go, "Okay." So I guess ideally that's.
Was this their first time making it?
So going on to what we're saying, yeah. So he goes, the weed's done, and so in my back of my mind, my anxiety, crazy, overthinking mind, I go, my first thought is I have to make sure this house doesn't smell of anything. So I never cleaned a kitchen so clean. It looked like it was a brand new house. I cleaned that kitchen. I scrubbed the floors, did everything. I scrubbed everything, made everything smell so nice and pretty in there. Febreze, Lysol, whatever you fucking think. You would be high just smelling all that shit. So we leave, and my buddy gives me a piece of it, and he goes, after I ate, he goes, yeah, I've never done this before.
It's not good enough.
So I go, fuck it, dude. Yeah, it's all right, dude. It's cool, man. It's all good. I smoked before. It's like nothing.
Take a bite.
He gives me like a half piece. Like, this is for you because you let me use your house. I go, technically it's not my house, but we can. Thank you. So we're eating it, and I don't know what happened. I kind of blacked out. We were I went to his house. We took the bus, and I don't know where we were going, but I was in the bus, and I started melting, like physically melting into the bus. And I go, this is awesome. This is amazing. And I don't remember what happened after that. All of a sudden, we're in his room, and I have his guitar, and I was laying on his bed, and he's sitting there, and I go, he recalls, he goes, you were so high, you just strummed, and you just said, beautiful. And I was like, I don't even remember that, dude. And then I got a phone call from my dad, and he goes, hey, your grandfather had a heart attack, so we're going to go see him tonight, so if you want to come on over back home, we're going to go see him after I shower. I go, fuck, all right. So I was already, that seed then sprouted into this huge tree of doubt. So I get home. I don't even remember how I got home. I don't remember getting in my car. I mean, this is how dangerous I was, how high I was. I get home. The first thing I think is, oh, fuck, does the house smell? And so I start freaking out, and then my heart starts pounding out of my chest. And I go, shit, dude. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, I started to become a madman. I took my shirt off. I thought I was going to throw up. Took my shirt off.
Like one of those hot poops?
Yeah. And one of those hot poops. And so I take my shirt off, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm going to die. Like, so my first thing. So my dad was in the restroom for probably like 5 minutes. For me, it was like 5 hours. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in the bathroom for 5 hours? So, as you know, I'm really good. I have a really good silver tongue. So I bang on the door. What? Dad, I'm fucking freaking the fuck out right now, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm dying, dude. I don't know what's going on. He's like, whoa. What the fuck is wrong with you? I said, I don't know, Dad. I was hanging out with a friend, man. And he told me, dude, he just gave me something. And he's like, what did he give you? He was like, he gave me some kind of brownie, dude. I don't know what the fuck he gave me, man. I was like tripping out. He's just like, Jesus. He's like, really? He's like, are you fucking serious? And he goes, he's like, God damn it, go fucking lay down. And I go, fuck, dude. I'm like, Dad, I'm gonna die. And he's like, you're not gonna die. Go fucking lay down. So I go, all right. So I'm laying on the couch, and I'm like twitching. I'm like, but then as I'm twitching, I'm melting into the couch.
And it felt great.
And next thing you know, I knock out, right? I wake up 5 hours later. And I'm like, I'm going to get the biggest ass whooping of my entire life today. I'm like, I'm ready for it. I was still insanely high. And my parents didn't say anything about it. They're like, are you ready? I'm like, what? And they're like, you ready to go? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll go. So I went and saw my grandfather, and they said, in their words, they had a hard time not laughing because as I was talking to my grandfather, you can clearly see that I was so baked out of my mind that they just were just watching how I was reacting, and my grandfather's asking, like, none the wiser. Like, hey, buddy, how you doing? I was like, doing good, man. It's all good. And then a little subplot after that was that brownie that was given to me. I told Austin about it. And so we went to go see Wicked. Broadway show Wicked. So we have a buddy who's a year younger than us. He's pretty
I forgot about this.
He is a good friend of ours, but he's very naive. So he likes to smoke and he likes to eat edibles. So we went to go see Wicked with ourselves and a group of friends. And I go, hey, bud, you should try this brownie with us. Austin and I were in on this. Let's try this brownie. Let's all eat this brownie together and watch this show. He's like, yeah? Like, fuck yeah, dude. We're going to have a good time. I'm like, here, eat this piece. We have our pieces already. We'll eat it right now. And he goes, oh, cool, man. So that other half that my friend gave me was a pretty big chunk. I gave the full thing to him, and we didn't eat any. We gave him the whole thing. So we're sitting in the theater, and this guy's so barbecued. He's looking, and he's just like,
He was.
and then we look at him, and he goes, we're like, you good? You good, dude? And he goes, and he's like,
"Yeah."
did you guys? He's like, did you guys eat any? We're like, no, no, we didn't. He's like, motherfuckers, dude. But he was so high, he couldn't get mad. So he's just sitting there, and we're just watching the whole time laughing because the show didn't even start, and he's freaking out because of the dragon. There was a dragon that was hovering over this map of Oz, and he's like fucking bugging out. He's just like,
No, because didn't it start to move at one point?
started to move. A little smoke came out.
When that happened, his face was just, what the fuck?
So we were crying. Crying
So
so
good.
hard of laughter because this guy was so baked out of his fucking mind. It was hilarious,
The
dude.
best-
Terrible.
The best part was with the flying monkeys. Because you ever seen like it or
No, I'm familiar with the Flying Monkeys though.
fucking? There comes to a point where there's just a bunch of them on the stage, from the bomb, like they're climbing on like these like this grid thing. They're just standing there. They're everywhere, and this is the silhouettes, and he's just sitting there just. And I look at him. And he looks at me. He's like, "What the fuck?" and
You guys are fucked up.
stared, and I was looking at him like, "Oh my god!" Like I felt kind of bad 'cause I told him to take 2 bites.
you guys are terrible, man.
But he had fun. I could tell he had fun. I had fun watching it, but it was pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe we should bring him in for an intervention because that motherfucker smokes like a goddamn chimney.
Oh shit.
Jesus, dude. That guy's like a fucking, those cauldrons. He's like puffing out like insane. The guy's insane nowadays. We don't talk to him that much anymore. You got a girlfriend. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, dude. Totally.
It's when you're bros. Hoes before bros.
Anything else new going on this week with you guys? Or since the last episode?
As far as anything new, I still haven't seen Captain Marvel yet. I know this motherfucker did, so he should give his
finally got around to
opinion.
seeing
on it.
it.
Okay, you guys should talk about that then, because I'd like to hear about it, and I know nothing about it. Take it, damn it.
All right. So, in my opinion, I went in with pretty low standards. I was like, if it's gonna be good, it's gonna surprise me, and I'm gonna be happy. I went on the discounted days at AMC, so I was like, all right, it's $6. If it's terrible, it's $6. Not the big deal. I went with Ian, who hopefully would have come join us eventually in the future episodes, but it was pretty good. I really liked the soundtrack to it. The soundtrack for me was like that's what hit it. So I give it about 7.5 out of 10.
What did you think about them changing Marvel to the chick? 'Cause I know a lot of people didn't like that.
Oh, it was interesting. I mean, like I said, I didn't have too much of a preconceived like I should say it. I didn't care too much for Captain Marvel.
Just follow her.
Yeah, I didn't really
Yeah.
follow her, so I'm like, whatever happens. As long as it's entertaining, it's cool with me. So yeah, I know she's one of the Captain Marvels. I know there's a handful of them.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah. So
No, the movie was good. I liked it. I saw people were saying how they think, as far as the story went, it was just
Mhm.
basic and boring. Cause it was just like a Marvel movie they made in Phase 1, but they're all the way in Phase 4 where things are different.
Yeah.
That movie was kind of.
I get that. I feel like the standards at Phase 4 should have been a little bit higher, especially like if you want to compare it to like Ragnarok. Yeah, it's like Ragnarok's way up here. Captain Marvel is like it's mediocre.
Yeah,
It's in my opinion still better than Dark World.
that one to me. Yeah, I know. Snap. No, that one. I didn't care for that one either.
Yeah, I didn't care for it too much. Thor was like one of my favorite Avengers, but I feel like his first 2 movies could have been done a lot better. But that's just my opinion. It's not worth much.
Yeah, I watched it and I completely forgot that one even exists.
Yeah, see, exactly. I feel like those and the first couple Hulk movies. They're kind of the low hitters.
The one with Norton.
Yeah, Edward Norton. Yeah.
I barely
So-
remember that one. I didn't know that would. I didn't know they still count that as
Yeah,
part of the
honestly, I
MCU.
wasn't sure if it was part of the MCU.
I heard they do count it. Which
Yeah.
makes no sense to me.
But yeah, I mean, overall, Captain Marvel wasn't, like I said, it wasn't terrible to me. It was, especially when the $6 that I spent to see it, it was pretty fucking worth it.
And you kind of have to watch it too, because
Yeah.
she plays a big part.
Yeah, so that was my thing. Like, I wanted to see it
Okay.
for sure before Endgame,
Yeah.
which is coming
So
out.
you need to see it.
When you guys were watching this,
Quickly.
it's probably gonna be 420 already, so it should be posted then. So movie coming out later this week. But I don't have my tickets yet. I know Derek. You have your tickets.
Yes, actually. Thank you. I have my tickets. I will be seeing it with somebody. She and I are actually very into the whole MCU. Currently, we've been talking about Game of Thrones, but I don't think any of you guys really
I've
watched
never
it.
seen one
So
episode.
I don't know if you do.
I've seen one episode.
Okay. I let him borrow my comic. I don't even think he's read it.
Not all of it.
No. So it's definitely different. So right now we're on that train. So I already bought our tickets. We got our seats and all that. So it's just a matter of seeing it. We're just going to have to dodge all of the spoilers for that weekend because we're not seeing it until Sunday and it comes out Thursday night. So people are going to be insane over that stuff. I'm not on Facebook. I'm only on Instagram. I'm not even on Twitter. So hopefully I don't see a visual picture because that's the worst. When you start to see something like
When you're just going
this, then you're like, oh, but if you see a picture in the Discover, it fucks up everything.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm gonna try to dodge. But back onto the whole Hulk thing. Have you ever played the Hulk game?
the Incredible
game-
Hulk one.
Yeah,
For
that one where you
PS2?
just free roam the fuck and
Yeah.
just destroy shit. That was a good game.
I did that. I like that one.
That was a good game.
That I remember playing that one and it was just the Superman game. We were once you beat the game, you can play as Bizarro.
What the shit?
Yeah, that one and the Hulk one were the two that always would go back and forth because you can just
The N64 Superman?
fuck shit up. No, it was the
Okay, thank God.
movie one, the most recent movie one. Not Man of Steel, but their guy, Brandon Routh.
Oh yeah, the guy
His
who's
Superman.
Adam. Now,
Yes.
in Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, him. His Superman movie game.
I remember that movie was so fucking boring. Superman Returns.
I was a kid when I watched this.
I did too, and I watched it 2 days
Did
in
you see it?
Which one?
Superman Returns.
Superman Returns. I think I saw bits and pieces. I didn't see the whole thing.
We were just kids, so we saw it. I saw it actually 2 times in the same day. I saw it with my mother,
I think I remember that.
and then my aunt came down from Vegas, and she took us, me and my cousin, and we walked out because my cousin and I were so bored of the movie. We played in the hallway.
Damn. That's messed up.
We were like, what, 6th grade?
I had
It's like 2006.
I had on my PS2. I had the like a skin you can put over it of that movie.
Really?
I don't know why or how I got it.
I don't even remember who the hell the villain was. I don't remember
I don't-
anything of that movie.
I don't either.
I was wondering if I may have taken the edible then too, because I don't remember anything.
Yeah,
That
who
movie-
was the bad guy? I don't even know.
I don't even think there was a
Ooh,
bad guy. I
that's
just
what-
know that
that's
it
what
was.
bothered me.
It focused more him and Lewis Lane. That's all I focused on
Lois.
mainly. Lois.
Yeah, I don't know who the bad guy was. I'm gonna look that up later.
One thing that really
Yeah.
bugged Austin not too long ago was the fact that I was trying to make talk like his girlfriend, and it really made him uncomfortable.
Yeah, don't ever. Don't. No.
Gilbert,
That sounds
where's
so
my baby
weird.
boy?
You sound nothing
Gilbert.
like her though.
Oh, it's my baby. What's it make you so uncomfortable for? To turn you on?
No, it does not. It just saying your face and that noise does not match.
Does the shaft go in or out?
It goes in
Like a
like
turtle.
a turtle all the way back.
I heard a rumor.
What?
You're all shaft, no head. Is this true? These are just things I've heard. I'm not choosing sides. I'm just the messenger, okay? That's just what I heard. All shaft, no head. Is this true?
I'm gonna have to talk to my lawyer. I don't want to say anything that can incriminate myself.
Don't look at me. Look at the people in the world. Who are you showing your shaft to? With no head. It's like a microphone.
Yeah,
Without
I'm gonna
the
ask these questions. Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you.
Okay.
They're showing everyone on Grinder. Anyways. So yeah.
What about that guy, huh?
I don't know.
I'll shaft.
Just pan the camera this way, kind of cut him out of it.
I know, man. What? Pan it out. What?
Yeah.
Oh, just get closer.
Jesus. I'm like really confused as to what you just said.
Nothing.
Anyways, they're saying that it's about a mile long. I said that's pretty far. I don't know, but
So what's next?
oh,
Star Wars. You know what? I actually haven't seen the trailer, the teaser trailer. I kind of don't want to. I'm trying to be good about Star Wars. I'm kind of waiting until the movie comes out, and then I want to be surprised.
that game. I mean, as for lately, I really haven't been getting into video games that much lately. I don't know what it is. I know Austin's been feeling it too. We just after Red Dead 2 for me, I just haven't been into anything. I just was like, I mean, I'm looking forward to Days Gone, which comes out the 28th, I think it is. I'm looking forward to that, but as far as any other games that's coming out, I'm not really too excited for it. And then when I saw I didn't even know there was going to be a Star Wars game until he sent it to me. When Austin sent it to me, and he sent me the trailer, I was watching it, and I didn't. It looks cool. It does. I mean, EA has a reputation, but I mean, I just look at how's the game. That's what my main concern is how is it going to play out. It looks like it's cool. Austin was saying that you play as a Padawan that survived Execute Order 66 or is trying to escape from it. So I understand that Disney is very strict with the Star Wars license.
Yeah.
Like you can't do anything outside of their their lore. So it's like that's why a lot of people were mad, like, oh, give us a pink Darth Vader for Battlefront 2, like just for shits and giggles. And they're like, Dice is like, we can't because Disney said no. It's like, really? But then you give Count Dooku his pajamas. Apparently that's canon because it's in the Clone Wars. In the animated series, he's in his pajamas. But I mean, come on, we know it's not lore. It's a game. Yeah. We're just here to have fun, So I know that one was pretty much a train wreck. Right now, I heard better things, but I'm still disappointed in it. So disappointed that Austin and I spent nearly $500 on the console and the game.
Oh God, dude! And
we got disappointed. Yeah, we both have it, and it was just a disappointment. I would have rather gotten the Spider-Man. But
yeah.
But aside from that, I mean, it looks cool from what I've seen. I mean, if it's gonna be as story heavy as it is, that's cool. I mean, if it's anything like Force Unleashed 1 or 2, it's not gonna be like Force Unleashed.
Doesn't seem like it's gonna be. Okay.
Damn, because I really like those games. Those were really good. And I mean, it's not like we all knew they weren't canon. I mean, come on. You fucking in this number 2, you can in the DLC you become a Sith Lord and you kill Princess Leia and you turn Luke to the dark side. I mean, we all know that's not lore. It's not canon. It's just you're fucking playing a video game. It's for fun. Yeah. It's cool. It's like one of those moments where it's like, what if? That'd be cool. I'd like to see that. I mean, I'd like to see a what if with more Darth Maul, but they won't do much with Darth Maul. Like, I think one of the things that they were doing for Darth Maul actually was one of the studios that EA shut down. There was a whole Game Informer article talking about it. They were making a Darth Maul game, like his origins to when he became a Sith. I think I heard about that. I didn't know. Nobody knew about it. But then once they shut it down, Game Informer got the scoop and then created like a whole thing. I'm like, this. That was actually the only article I read ever in any of these Game Informers because I think they're all trash. And I was reading, I'm like, Jesus, like that would have been fucking sick. They're playing as Darth Maul out of all people. That'd be awesome. Especially, like starting him from a kid.
That would actually been pretty interesting.
If I remember correctly, it was like Palpatine picked him up when he was just a child.
Okay.
And that's when he trained him from there to become a Sith. And he hated this thing. So, I mean, it would have been cool to see, but I think it's because once Disney got the license, they wanted to create their own origins for Darth Maul. That's why Darth Maul now has a comic series. I don't know where it's at. I just saw a few things about it. I don't know if it's done or what, but then they continued on to the Clone Wars after Episode 1. So, I mean, I feel like they could have done a lot more with Darth Maul. I think he's a really cool looking character. I don't know what attracts me to him. I just think he looks awesome, especially with his dual lightsaber. Before General Grievous, he was sick.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
He was like the main person in fucking Star Wars Episode 1.
Excuse you.
There's that
Anyways,
vomit.
Touching on Star Wars and Disney, did you guys hear about the whole Disney streaming services being announced? Their release date?
November something, right?
Yeah,
November 7th.
So it's gonna be $6.99. They're gonna have supposedly the whole
Mandalorian.
yeah, they're gonna have the Mandalorian. They're gonna have Vision and Scarlet Witch. Was it Falcon and Winter Soldier? I believe that's gonna be. Yeah. So, you think you're gonna join for $6.99?
I'll probably join. Honestly, I'm gonna be the odd one out here, but I canceled my Netflix. I don't watch it.
What?
I don't watch Netflix.
I watch it averagely, not as much. I don't binge that much. The one show that I got kind of hooked on, and I haven't seen part 2 yet, but the Sabrina series,
The
Witch.
Teenage Witch?
Yeah, it's actually really good. It was really good.
Thing is for me, it's like it's not that I don't like Netflix. I don't have any time to watch that stuff. I have time, but I don't want to use that time for that. And when I get into something, and that's a really bad thing that I do. I get really passionate about it, and then I like basically eat, sleep, shit, fucking that, whatever it is. So it's like Sons of Anarchy. I jumped on that train late. I'm talking like, like Reason. It was like I was watching that show religiously every day, and I would watch at least 5 episodes, and they're like 40. Right. They're like 45 minutes long.
Dude, that show's so addicting.
I was watching. I got my parents into it, and I was watching it so much that I was listening to the soundtrack. I was like looking at Harley Davidsons. I was like starting to dress like Jax. I was so like into it. That's why I try my best to stay away from stuff like that, because I get so passionate and hooked onto these things that it's unhealthy.
Yeah,
so unhealthy.
I can see that.
And so, and I mainly do that with shows. I did that with The Punisher, season 1, 2, Daredevil, Walking Dead. Austin got me in The Walking Dead, and I think that was the beginning of my addiction of anything and my passion, because now I have all the merchandise. I went to the show. I went to the 100th episode show. I have all this shit. I spent all this money on this Walking Dead stuff because that's how passionate about it. And that's like the core. That's my core passion. Everything else I'm like passionate about, but I'm like, I can't get into you that much because I already spend too much money on this shit. I can't be spending money on your shit.
So what you're saying is that Austin is your enabler.
Yeah. Didn't we just talk about we're here for an intervention?
Oh yeah, wasn't that
Austin?
Right?
Let us talk to you again here.
This is more on your end. You're the addict here. In this case,
Most addicted. The shafts with no heads. Whoa, feeties.
Oh, that's cute.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I create a monster.
Because nobody wants to see motion no more. They want shitty yum chop liver. You don't know Eminem?
No, I don't.
I was addicted to Eminem
as
a kid.
In middle school?
In 2006 and 2008.
I remember that too.
Marshall Mathers, dude. I was all Eminem. I was the Native American rapper. I loved that shit. There was like some pictures of me. I was like wearing my first ever MySpace picture. I can picture it right now, but I don't have it because I don't know what happened to my MySpace. I had a hat and I had it to the side like one of those dickheads, and I had a long sleeve black shirt, and I'm just like similar, and it was to the side, and I was like, I looked like a badass. And I was a straight A student, so I don't understand. And I was like, yeah, I want to be a rapper. Now there's too many rappers nowadays. Too many rappers, too many DJs. And I don't want nothing to do with that shit. And it's like, this shit's retarded. Oh, shout out Awad.
Can't say that.
Oh, don't say that.
Can't say that.
But, yeah, and then through those phases, I dyed my hair blonde.
Oh, God. Did you?
I didn't dye it. My uncle had this spray. He had sun in.
Sun in?
How did you know?
I used to use it.
Oh, shit, dude.
Summer break. My dad would put the same thing in my hair. and We'd go outside and play for a couple hours.
Yeah, dude, that's what I wore, and it turned your hair blonde.
Yeah.
So I wore that, and so I had the brown with the flame tips because I put so much of it in my hair, and that was my 6th grade year.
Frosted tips.
And then 2007 came around, and that's when I hung out with the wrong crowd, and because and it sucked in 2007. That's when we started having split lunches.
Was it 2000? Oh yeah, 'cause that was
Our school is stupid, and they split lunches. So I'm not going to say our last names. His last name starts with an S, mine's a B. So S's went with, I was like A to maybe like G. We were with like the 8th graders and 6th graders. And then
first lunch.
that was first, and then he was part of second lunch. So I had to make totally new friends. So I was hanging out with the wrong people. And that's when I had my first BJ and Hickey. And after that, it changed my life for the worse because my grades slipped like insane.
What was his name?
Austin.
It was not Austin. I was in second lunch.
I didn't say it was on school grounds. Let's get expelled. But
It was not me.
because then I started hanging out with my uncle a lot more because my uncle was a year older than I was. So I hung out with him. And so he was in 8th grade, I was in 7th grade, and we were hanging out all the time. So I hung out with his friends, and he's like, "Hey, this girl really thinks you're cute." I'm like, "She does. I just broke my hand, or I just broke my wrist, so I was wearing like a cast." And I was like, "She does? Like, I'm handicapped." She's like, "No, she really likes you." And I go, "Cool." So we talk, and then
What grade was she in?
8th grade. So I got an older woman. And then after that, we broke up because my parents found the hickey
Where's the hickey?
on my neck. I told them I just got socked, but they didn't believe me.
Son just came up to the side of you and just like,
And I tried everything to get the hickey off. You know, back in the day, we didn't have Google. We didn't have those phones. You know, we only had like a computer. And I think the laptops were just starting to pick up a little bit, but they're like thick brick laptops. So I was looking up how to get rid of hickeys. They're like, if you put a spoon in the freezer with water in it, you stick that bad boy on there, it's supposed to remove it. So I did that. Nope. Didn't work. Nope. Get a coin and scrape the fuck out of your shit. So I was like, okay. I'm like, Didn't work. Because later my parents, I was just walked out because, I mean, I'm in the comfort of my home, so I don't walk around in like fully clothed all the time.
You should have been more conscious.
Usually wearing Speedos and stuff, but I was walking around the house and my parents go, "What's that on your neck?" I go, "What are you talking about? What's that on your neck?" "Oh, it's playing. Got punched." Doesn't look like someone that's punched you. That looks pretty... That looks like a hickey.
Looks like someone skipped the shit out
of
your
your neck.
Like, what,
they sock you with a one finger out? Like, that makes no sense. Why is it so prominent in that little area?
Punched me a lot.
I don't know, Mom. They punched me in one thing. Like dead arm. You know, dead throat. They're trying to kill me, Mom. And
dead throat.
She's like, "Who was it?" "It's nobody, Mom. I don't know what you're talking about." "Who was it?" "It's my girlfriend." She did it.
She punched me in the neck.
I was like, I'm not getting out of this. Stupid. She punched me in the neck with her lips and her fucking teeth. And yeah, so this was all during the days of AIM and MySpace. So she was just like, "We need to break up." "Why?" "I thought you loved me." "I don't." Heartbreak DJ. But I didn't smoke weed then. So.
See it, yelling one, you stupid bitch.
Shit. Stupid bitch. And that was down a train of heartbreaks after that. But I could save that for another time. There's a lot of stories that I have with different and a lot of women that really fucked my life up. But I'm still standing. Bitches. Anyways,
Bitch.
Where are we at time? Are we pretty good?
I told you to.
Another 20 minutes? How much time did we do?
Whatever the total is.
It was like 5:30.
For realsies?
Yeah, it was like 5:30 when I looked. It's like 6:03 right now. So it's got like another 20
So we've been
minutes.
only going for a half hour? It felt longer than a half
like 40
hour.
minutes. Like 40 minutes.
We're at 40 minutes. All right, so I guess I could tell another story if you guys are so inclined to have me talk more.
No, I need more me time.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so we'll just flash forward to another heartbreak.
I thought this was supposed to be the 420 episode. This is really like...
We can have deep episodes, guys. Jesus. 420 episode? Okay, let's think. Okay. So there was a party that was going on at my parents' house. This is not a heartbreak one, by the way. This is a 420 friendly episode. So we go so we're at a party at my parents' house, and it's my mom's big birthday. I don't want to give her age out because I know she's probably going to get mad. And so she goes,
Hi, Mom.
so my brother invited a group of his friends, right? My brother at the time is like 19, but he's a party animal. He smokes, he fucking drinks like an addict, a degenerate, essentially. So he's smoking, drinking, and he has a friend. So I'm hanging out. Were you there? I think Austin was there. Oh, it was the costume party. He was there.
Oh, if you were there, then
Yeah,
we'll talk
Austin,
about it.
Austin was there. Oh, he could talk about it.
I don't remember a lot.
He don't remember. He's just holding the mic now. So we were at this party, and whenever people drink at my family parties, things tend to get a little heated. Always. Austin knows for damn sure how that is.
I think I remember where this is going.
So there was one of my brother's friends. My parents weren't smart enough to think maybe not give the alcoholic the job of bartender. So my brother and his friends were behind the bar and taking shots like crazy. So it was getting towards the end of the night. I already took my costume off. His costume.
I don't think I even had a costume.
He didn't have a costume. He's just square. And so we go into the living room, and my friend and my brother's friend is sitting on the couch with her head straight into a bucket. And the one prominent thing that we saw was her cheetah G-string. It was like popping out. So she had a big cheetah print G-string coming out her ass. But she's 19. We're like 22. So, we're like, it's jailbait. I don't want to fucking look at that. It's disgusting. Why are you vomiting in the living room? Go in the fucking bathroom. Fucking bitch. Anyways, so we continue with our just like doing our thing, and I go tell my brother, "Hey, dude, your friend's vomiting." But little did I know, my brother was just as fucked up. So he goes in there and he sits on the chair and he's just laying there like this. And so
his other friends were too.
His other friends were messed up too. All of them were messed up. So they were just like sitting there like dead. They're like zombies. They were just incoherent, useless. And so I go and I'm like, Ma, Josh's friends are pretty fucked up right now. And so she goes in there and she's like yelling at my brother. And I think the most hilarious thing that was going on is the fact that my brother was so gone, he just did not give a shit. She's like, "Are you fucking serious, Josh? What the hell is wrong with you?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I hear you.
I hear you." So Austin and I are cracking up because we're laughing.
Everyone's yelling.
Everybody's yelling. I'm like, "Welcome to the family, Austin."
We're just sitting in the kitchen, just watching people. Just
Austin and I have been best friends for years, and I think that was the first time he's ever seen something that crazy, as far as like drinking and stuff. Well, there's been crazy times, but as far as like the level of like heat that was going on in that living room, it was pretty bad, and we're just laughing at it the whole time. We always find humor in the stupidest shit, and what I mean by that is then my cousin walks in. And he goes, "Oh shit, look at that cheetah underwear." This girl's like vomiting in the bucket, like looking like she feels horrible, and he's over here pointing out her cheetah underwear. So everybody saw the cheetah underwear. Everybody knew that it was there, but nobody was paying attention to it But then once somebody goes, "Oh shit, look at that," everybody's like looking at it, and so they had to call the aunt to come pick up the girl. And then it didn't help that when the aunt came, my aunt goes and chases after that aunt and starts yelling at that woman, saying that she's irresponsible. I was like, Jesus Christ. All for a good time, dude. All for a good time.
I had a great time.
We had a great time because we
I
just
had a
cracked
blast.
jokes at it the whole time.
It was fun.
It's comedy gold. To just be in those situations. You just make fun of people and laugh at them the whole time, especially when they're in their worst positions. Like when I was talking about in the last one, he was vomiting into the planter.
Yeah.
We were just cracking. We were cracking jokes the whole time. But you got somewhere to be, Mr. Rockstar?
Oh, I actually do.
You do? Who's that? Obama?
Yeah.
The one and only.
Is Senor Trump?
That's Senor Trump.
Senor Trump was calling me to go to work.
Well, I'd like to say that I don't think Senior Trump would be calling you directly.
No, we're on that level actually. We're pretty cool.
He'd probably have ice.
We're part of this Discord chat channel called the Golden Shower. It's this special secret society, but you wouldn't be into it.
Only the Mexicans are invited. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's trying to wall you guys into a Discord. You understand what he's trying to do? He's trapping you into a little wall. He couldn't get you around in America with the wall. So why not just get you in a little chat? This is my world, bitch. You're in my place. You can't escape. Every time you try to leave, you can't.
No.
Even if you try to delete the app, he'll find a way.
Oh, dude, it keeps opening up. Dude, I feel like our Discord is a little dead sometimes. Like, we need more memes. Lots more memes.
We sure do. I mean, I think, look, let me just read back what some of this stuff that we're just saying back and forth. I think that people would like to hear what we have to say about.
Just skip over the whole emotional parts because I don't want to put that out there right now. Maybe later.
Austin goes, I'm ready whenever. I'm just cleaning right now, so up to DJ. And I go, do you need a light? I said, yeah, I can bring a light. It's no problem getting my teeth cleaned. You go, I'll tidy up and from work, and then I'll head over. Austin responds, all that booty eating, getting shit stain in your teeth. My response, well, if you shave your ass every once in a while, I wouldn't have to. Ever thought about that, selfish ass? Caveman ass? Because cavemen don't shave. He goes, you never mentioned it to me. Not a mind reader.
Communication is key. Come on, man.
If it was such a problem, you should have told me. I respond, I'm tired of plucking your ass hairs from my teeth. How far do you want this to go with this? Because it's getting pretty hardcore as far as gay context. Because we're going pretty hardcore in this.
That's pretty normal, I think.
He goes, if you think about it, the hair is a branch when you have a dingleberry. Too far? Got pretty quiet here. And the last thing I'll end with is your response, Caesar's response. Sorry, I was fapping.
I'm sure they weren't happy to hear that.
Yeah, and then Austin got all mad because he wanted us all to smoke. And I said, the only thing I'll be smoking is smoke up your asses on the pod if you want me to hop off my dick.
Dude, I'm so glad right now that my mom doesn't listen to this podcast or watch it because I've told her she can't watch it. You can't know about it. I don't think she even knows the name of the podcast.
Good.
Yeah.
Jesus. Not good. But, all right. How about we wrap this bitch up? All right. Well, I appreciate you guys' time.
Definitely.
I'll definitely try to get this out on 420. If not on 420, it'll be out. That's all.
Yeah. Well,
I sometimes just say things in hopes that I'll do it, but then I procrastinate. So in the next episode, we'll do something else. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll probably do a little
Let's
recap
see.
on Endgame, I think. Yeah, Endgame. That's I think our biggest thing right now.
Fuck yeah, dude. We'll definitely do an Endgame one. Catch it on
Should
that
be
bitch.
fun.
Well, I'm Derek. This is Austin. This is Caesar. Catch y'all bitches later.